Hello Terraria enthusiasts, my name is James, and now with the Terraria 1.3.4 update launching in 5 days, Dungeon Defenders 2 have actually released a video showing off their new hero, the Dryad. And let me tell you, before we go into this, the amount of detail and the amount of love they've put into this hero, you know, our beloved character from Terraria, is insane. They have really taken their time to make sure everything feels right and looks right. And I'm going to be talking about all of her abilities today. But before I talk about her abilities, I just wanted to show, in the trailer, they kind of show this little boss battle that goes on during one of the rounds. And this is the Eye of Cthulhu from Terraria in 3D. So I don't know about you guys, but I have always wanted to see what Terraria would look like in this style. And the Eye of Cthulhu, although simple, looks really cool. And it seems like it would be a really threatening thing in real life. I absolutely love this. Now, to talk about her abilities, because each one of them is actually like it's a real like love song to the game. It really is. So the first thing you need to know about the Dryad is that when you're playing the game, she has her normal form and she also has a corruption form. Now this corruption form allows her to kind of tweak each one of her abilities and defenses to her benefit, often just increasing the damage or, you know, increasing the range, or, you know, there's a few little things it does extra as well. Now her abilities are as follows. She has Dryad's Blessing, and essentially what this does is increases her resistance to enemy attack, and when she's in her corruption form, this actually increases her abilities, well, her resistance, but the leaves that she actually has surrounding her, they actually become razor sharp, so it will actually do damage to the enemies. Now she has a second ability, and that is Powder Toss. Now when Powder Toss is thrown down, it will slow enemies, and if the Dryad is in the area, it will actually heal her a little bit. Now when she's in her corruption form, what this will do is it will damage the enemies and suffocate them using this little vine trap that looks really cool. So her next ability is Starfall, and Starfall is kind of like a mortar tower. Essentially what she does is she summons a star to fall on her enemies, and that does damage, but then when she actually picks it up, she actually gains mana, or her hero gains something kind of similar to mana. But when she's in her corruption form, what actually happens is that star then lingers and leaves a patch of damaging terrain, which essentially means that if any enemy walks on it, they'll have minor damage. Now her fourth and final ability is World Tree. Now when World Tree is placed, it allows her to use any of her defenses because they're all summoning defenses. Now World Tree, if she stood near it, it will also heal her, but like I say, it's all about that defense. Now in her defense, she can summon 4 of Terraria's enemies to come and help her. The first one is the Moss Hornets, which is kind of like the bees. And essentially what they do is they shoot stingers, and then when she's in her corrupt form, these stingers actually do more damage. Now there's also Harpies Perch, and Harpies Perch summons the Harpies from the game, and these do what they do in the game, they shoot feathers. But when she's in her corruption, what will actually happen is these feathers will actually pierce through the enemies, which is really important. She can also summon a Slime Pit, and the Slime Pit will actually slow down enemies and attack them, which is pretty awesome. And then she can also have the Angry Nimbus, which will electrocute enemies, like the Nimbus Rod, which is amazing. Now this trailer itself is just brilliant. Like the amount of love they've put into it is amazing. I really like it. The whole thing, you know, is well worth a watch. So I'll leave a link in the description down below. And take a little look again at that 3D Eye of Cthulhu boss battle. Isn't that amazing? I love it. So like I say, it's only a few days now until we actually get the full update. We don't know exactly how this tower defense mode is going to happen in Terraria yet. We don't know how to actually summon it. Maybe it's got something to do with making that Dryad have her corruption form in game, but we won't know until it actually happens. But that's it for today's Terraria news. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. That's the best way to keep up to date with all things Terraria. And make sure to go check out our links in the description for the full video included. Have a great day everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.